I'm your host, Jusani Jackson. Winnie couldn't be here this week, but we'll still make a great dish. This week, Catatouille is going Korean. We'll be making Korean pork chops, Korean cucumber salad, sweet and spicy braised potatoes Korean style. We're making Korean because why not? Before we begin, this is what you'll need for the Korean pork chops. 4 thin, boneless pork chops, half a cup of soy sauce, 4 tablespoons of honey, 2 cloves of garlic mince, 2 teaspoons of sesame oil, 4 teaspoons of fresh ginger grated, 2 tablespoons of sweet chili sauce, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. In a medium bowl, we're going to mix together soy sauce, honey, ginger, garlic, sesame oil, and sweet and chili sauce. Now that the marinade is mixed all together, we're going to pour half over the pork chops and allow them to sit for 10 minutes. We're going to set the other half of marinade aside and use it for later. Next, in a large skillet over medium heat, we're going to add our pork chops, discarding any leftover marinade in the bowl. We're going to cook the pork chops on one side until it's brown, so about 6 minutes. Then we're going to flip them over, add the rest of our marinade, and let it cook for an additional 6 minutes. Now that the pork chops are finished, we're going to turn off the burner, move the skillet, and allow the pork chops to sit a few minutes before serving. When we get back, we'll start our sweet and spicy braised potatoes. Stay tuned on Channel 8. At the global level, pork is by far the most widely consumed meat. Pork is the most versatile meat. It can be marinated, roasted, grilled, dry rubbed, boiled, baked, barbecued, microwaved, pan-fried, or stir-fried. Welcome back, Catatouille fans. Here's what you need for your sweet and spicy braised potatoes. 4 medium yellow potatoes, 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 1½ tablespoons of rice wine, 1 teaspoon of oil, 3 garlic cloves minced, 3 green onion stalks, 1 to 1½ cups of water, 2 teaspoons of sesame oil, 1 teaspoon of sesame seeds, honey, and black pepper. We're going to start by peeling and dicing the potatoes, along with slicing 3 green onion stalks. In a small bowl, we're going to stir together our water, soy sauce, rice wine, brown sugar, and chili flakes. In a saucepan over medium heat, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. Once it's hot, we'll add our minced garlic and half of our green onions and saute them until crisp. Now that our garlic and green onions are crisp, we're going to add in our potatoes for another minute. Then we're going to mix in our soy sauce mixture and bring it to a boil. Cover partially and cook for 10 minutes, stirring occasionally. When we get back, we're going to finish our sweet and spicy braised potatoes and then start on our cucumber salad. Yukon Gold is a large cultivator of potato most distinctly characterized by its thin, smooth eye, free skin, and yellow teen flesh. This potato was developed in the 1960s by G.R. Johnston, R.G. Roberry, and Dr. Norman Thompson in Canada at the University of Guelph. I hope you're ready for what's next. Now that our potatoes been cooking for 10 minutes, you're going to remove the cover, add another half cup of water, and increase the heat to medium-high, letting it cook for an additional 10 minutes or until the water is absorbed. To test to see if the potatoes are done, use a fork. If it splits the potato easily, then they're done. If not, and you see a lot of resistance, cook the potatoes a little bit longer and then try again. Now that the potatoes are cooked, you're going to season to your liking. If you like your potatoes a little more sweeter, then add some honey. If you see that they're a little dry, just add a little bit of water. Finally, we're going to mix in the rest of our green onions, mix it really good, then we're going to remove from the heat and serve with sesame seeds on top. Now it's time to start our Korean cucumber salad. Here's what you need for the Korean cucumber salad. 1 cucumber, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 1 spoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of sesame seeds, and 2 green onions. We're going to start off by slicing our cucumber into thin slices. Next, we're going to mix soy sauce, vinegar, and sugar into a small bowl. Once mixed, we will pour the mixture over the cucumbers. Now that we have our dressing on the cucumbers, we will add in half a teaspoon of sesame seeds and chili powder and then try it. See what it tastes like. Doing it in this order allows you to control the amount of chili powder based on how spicy you want it. If you want your dish spicier, then add a little bit more chili powder. Once you reach your desired amount of spice, it is now time to add in the chopped green onions. Now it's time to taste the food. We're going to bring in a Catatouille crew member, Mitch. And we're going to try this out and see how it goes. You ready?
Yeah, I think so.
You good? I'm going to try some of these potatoes.
It's a little dry, a little chore, but pretty good.
The potatoes are really good. It tastes like the spice. Cucumber's good.
That's really good. What do you think of the potatoes?
The potatoes and the cucumbers, I don't know. I might have to go home and make some more of this.
What about the cucumbers?
Cucumbers are like really crisp. You can taste all the flavor.
Well, those potatoes, they soaked in everything. They're pretty good.
You gonna eat some more?
Yeah, they're sitting in front of me.
Okay, so what are you gonna rate this dish? Like, rate each thing. What do you think?
Pork, definitely a 6 out of 11.
6 out of 11.
And potatoes, definitely a 9 out of 7.
9 out of 7.
And cucumbers, definitely a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Okay, I'm gonna agree with the potatoes and the cucumbers. It was amazing. I would eat it again, honestly. Well, that's it for this week's show of Catatouille. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your host. Be sure to check us out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and KNWT Channel 8.